Hello, hello, my dear friends. Welcome back to elenasbarre, low impact full body workouts, and to the resurgence of sanity. How are you doing, guys?
I'm doing great.
Great. Plutarch, did you sleep enough today?
We'll see.
We'll see. Okay, White Claws is here. Great to see you, White Claws. Yeah, guys, if you remember to drop a comment if you have thoughts and ideas, we will happily bring them up. And remember to please like, share, and subscribe. I always forget to say that. It helps the channel. And today we are actually diving deeper into this topic because I recently was on Donovan Sharp's live stream where we talked about TradCons and TradWives, and he asked me about the red flags of the TradCons and TradWives. And it's a deeper topic. And the guys on the Resurgence of Sanity, they talked about it a while ago when you were talking about the mask she wears. Do you remember, guys?
Oh, yeah, I remember that one.
You remember? Yeah, it was a long time ago. So if you want to watch the full live stream, guys, you can always go subscribe to the Resurgence of Sanity YouTube channel and check that live stream, because today's conversation is going to be based on the one that guys talked about. And yeah, we will dive in deeper and we will explore what are the hidden signs mostly of the TradCons and TradWives, because we all know the outside signs. They are very visible, right? They're usually very loud. I can even bring up my article that I wrote on Substack, where I pointed out those signs that you could be paying attention to. But there are also hidden signs that are not so visible, and you will have to do more research, right? So, yeah. Steve, tell me about the mask that women are wearing.
Okay. Well, it all starts out with the concept of baggage.
Okay.
Every woman has baggage. It's that stuff that, oh, I don't want to remember that. I don't want to deal with that. Oh, I don't want to tell anybody about that because I might not be loved if I told them. So they hide those things.
Mm-hmm.
And the modern relationship gurus say, oh, when you start a new relationship, you don't go in and tell people all about your past and blah, 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 because it's too much stuff. The past is the past. We're living in the present. Great. It's good advice for the first couple weeks. Or if she's a friend, or, it's a spinning plates type thing. If you're not going to get serious, no, there's no reason for the man to tell her about the past, and he always has to be cautious. But should he know about her past? Well, he's going to get serious with her and evaluate her for more than just a temporary relationship. So baggage exists.
Mm-hmm.
It always exists.
So does the baggage determine the mask that she's going to wear depending on her prior scenes, let's say?
Not really. She's
Okay.
going to put on a mask. She's going to pretend, yeah, that stuff didn't happen. We're going to forget about that. I'm a new me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that baggage comes with her. Inside that baggage is a time bomb. It's ticking away.
Mm.
He
So she's
doesn't
in the pressure. She feels pressure that she's running out of time, right?
No. It's just the past will come out. If it's a significant event,
Uh-huh.
and she's repressed it, it will come out because it's a ticking time bomb. Well, okay,
Mm.
what are examples? Her relationship with her father. She didn't address it. If she doesn't respect her father, but she seems like she's respecting you, no, There's a ticking time bomb. If there's a past abortion when before she found Jesus and lived this life, and she didn't tell anybody about it, and she's pretending it didn't happen, it's a ticking time bomb. It's affecting her thinking, how she relates to children. If she has children of her own, if she's a single mother, she's going to be overly protective of those children and to extreme, and not let them take chances, not let the father or the man uh, be, the, be the authority. Because she wants to be overly protective, because she doesn't want anything to happen to her precious, because yeah, she remembers what happened. So, or if she had a promiscuous past. Okay, we all know that the more partners a woman has, the less she's able to pair bond. We all, in the red pill, we know about that concept of alpha widow. Okay, those are past baggage she didn't tell you about. It will be pertinent.
Mm-hmm.
At some point, well, if you're going to get serious, you have to figure out what her baggage is and pull that information out of her. She will not volunteer it.
Oh yes, she
She will
will.
talk around it. She will give you clues and then form a narrative to explain the clues. But don't trust the narrative. So a trad wife had a trad woman has baggage. She says, "Oh, I've found the truth now. I'll just live this way and I'll find a good man to love me. And my baggage, my past baggage, doesn't matter because Jesus loves me and he's forgiven me." Yeah, okay, that might be true, but she's bringing her baggage along. She's not laid it out. She's not mentally processed through it. And there is one or two time bombs that will eventually come to light. Now, you won't know why. She will just rebel. She will just accuse you of things. A time bomb went off, and at that point, you won't know what the hell is going on. Things were going great, and all of a sudden, boom, she's just a different person. Yeah, that's a time bomb.
So, what would you say if, let's say, a man and a woman they spend significant time together? They've been dating for many, many years. Can she still conceal all of that baggage from this man?
Yes.
Mm, yeah,
Yeah, my first marriage went for 17 years.
I
Then I
see.
was falsely accused and thrown to the curb. Silver bullet divorce, zeroed out. Why? I mean, I treated her pretty well. Yeah, okay, she had some issues, which in my mind, are very similar to BPD, but I'm not a psychologist. I'm not qualified to diagnose that. But my belief is that these past emotional hurts and events in a woman will come out in psychological ways that actually cause these things: BPD, NPD, uh, bipolar, whatever. That I think those, not all the time, but much of the time, those are the source is psychological baggage, past events, and her time bomb is just ticking away. And all her life is about coping with those and hiding what it is she wants to hide.
Mhm. And
Well,
then, oh, okay, go ahead, Plutarch. Sorry. Mhm.
there, there's a notion in psychology that um, when you can change your I don't want to say you can like change your psychology, but like when you hold on to something for a very long time, okay, like, Steve, 17 years, that's a very long time, right?
Sure.
And that thing that you're holding on to is, I hate to use this word because it's caught in cliche, but traumatic, right? It actually has the thing actually did damage to you, and you're holding on to it and you're trying to hide from it. And, like it can actually cause brain damage. And I mean that in a more physical sense, because your brain is sitting there rewiring itself to cope with the pain. So
So are you talking about like emotional pain or more like physical, or it doesn't
well,
matter?
think about it this way. Denying the reality of something, denying reality, is a form of psychosis. So, and you are denying something that is real. Now, you could make it, yeah, but it's not like it's physically harming you. Yeah, okay. But you are denying something that's real, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a cost associated with denying reality. And that cost, the brain has excuse me, the brain has to rewire itself to convince itself that what is real is not real.
Well, it's like
Let me
self-gaslighting, and this is what they do to.
Eh,
let
we
me
all
give
have
you
to
an
do it to some
example,
extent.
because this is close to what I've figured out. This is what I think happened. My first wife, raised Catholic, good Catholic family, a lot of kids. They had their issues, family issues, okay. But she goes away to college. Gee, what happens when a woman leaves the controlled home environment and goes to college? She explores, experiences, has fun. But yet, what happens at college doesn't really see the light of day. Let's assume she gets pregnant. Oh, this is bad. I want a career. I want all these things, but I don't want to be seen as a promiscuous woman. So she privately has an abortion. And yeah, okay, then there's a gap in her life. She drops out of school because she's trying to mentally process this. She finally comes back and nobody knows. Nobody knows about this. She finishes school and she goes on. And then she meets Simp Steve. He's an engineer. He's got a good potential. And okay, looks good. Let's get married. So she marries me. Not really attracted to me because she's had enough bad boys and had her past. But she's not sharing that with me. Never will, because her persona, her mask, is the good Catholic girl. But at home, yeah, she's just a little bit, a lot demanding. Okay, she came from a female-led household. Yeah, her mother wore the pants. Okay, so then eventually, it gets too much for her to bear. And she has to accuse me of something in order to justify getting out of the marriage because she still has to be the good Catholic. So she accuses me of nasty stuff, and then the system comes against me. And you cannot prove yourself innocent. You can never prove yourself innocent. But
Especially if you're a man. Yeah.
well, no, it's impossible. Our justice system is based on proof of you must be proven guilty. But in family court or in woman's mind, no, it never works that way. Once you're accused, She doesn't have to prove guilt, and you cannot prove innocence. So, what caused? Okay, there's never one cause to a divorce, never. But I believe the baggage that she carried with her finally was that ticking time bomb, and it blew up. Now, how did I determine that this is likely what happened? Well, once I asked her if she had an abortion. Holy crap! Did she come off the rails and rant and rave? But how could I accuse her of such thing? Yeah, I think her reaction showed that it's like poking a sore spot or a wound. Oh, go ahead.
It's funny that you mention you can always ask them a question if you kind of know what to ask, and if you're paying attention to how they behave. I recently had a conversation with one woman, and I told her that all career women, they have high body count. You can prove me I'm wrong, but this has been my observation, and I've watched a lot of big panel shows. I've seen those women. They are all high value women. In fact, I mentioned it in my recent article. But you ask each one of them and watch how they rebel, watch their reaction on what's your body count. It's a simple question, right? How many sexual partners have you had? They don't want to admit, but they know that they've had a high number.
Right. So, number one, she's not going to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
Don't expect her to. Watch her reaction. Because her reaction, you're going to have to figure out, oh, okay, that reaction. Is this a sore point? Ooh, is she carrying some guilt about this? Is she trying to hide her past? Now the question to Plutarch, is the scenario that I outlined, could it be fairly common? And could this result in circumstances and brain damage and psychological problems later? Is that?
Well, I mean, if you're talking about actual abortion, that's like abortion. Like that is actual physically traumatic for women. Like that's okay. Yeah, I mean, you've thrown actual physical damage, and it does physically damage them. The tools they use are crude. I mean, they're not coat hangers, but curettage.
So then later on, she can't get pregnant.
That's not uncommon.
So, I mean, it's going to haunt her. Did I do something that caused my inability to get pregnant?
Yep.
Will she admit that to herself? Be accountable? No. She's going to find some reason to blame the man and come up with some excuse.
I actually...
If you can't get her pregnant because maybe it's her fault or her past actions.
I've met one woman only. She was in her 50s and I was in my 20s when I talked to her about this. She was babysitting, taking care of the kids, and they were traveling, studying foreign languages, and I happened to teach them Spanish. And she admitted that she regretted deeply that she made an abortion when she was young, and like you could see it on her face, but she was in her 50s and she was single, and she did tell me never do such a thing. I think okay, out of all women who, at least she had humility to admit that she did something wrong.
Right, but she's 50 now.
Yeah.
Took her a lot of years to actually admit to that. And did that have an impact on her life? Is that the reason she's still single, or a big contributor to her again being single, or whatever? Hey, just because society tells you abortion is no big deal. It doesn't mean it's no big deal, especially for the woman who's trying to hide it. And abortion is a lot more common than people think. There's, I don't know, I don't look at those statistics, but 25 to 30% of women have had an abortion. I mean, by some measures, I guess. That means even your trad woman, there's a not insignificant chance that she had an abortion.
Yeah.
Now, is that okay? Is abortion, the fact that she had an abortion, a red flag? Not necessarily. Is it a deal breaker? Not necessarily. If she talks about it and admits to it and is processed through it and shares that key thing of her life with you, I'd say, you're going to have to talk it through. It's probably not a red flag. If she's hiding it, it's a hidden red flag, and do not go there. Do not wife her up. Do not continue a relationship. But it's a hidden red flag. How do you see hidden red flags? You can't.
Yeah, because they're hidden.
Except you can observe her and listen to little facts around the edges of the story she's trying to hide. And it takes skill to do that. I wasn't skilled enough. I didn't have the knowledge to know this. And over time, when it's too late, you might figure it out. But, okay, so baggage. She has to unpack her baggage to you if she's a trad woman. You have to know her baggage. If she won't unpack her baggage, that's a red flag.
I love it. Your baggage.
Now, don't do this on day 1 or week 1 or week 2. I'd say certainly within the first 6 months. Probably after 1 month, 2 months of dating, because there's a magic thing in the first 6 months. If you're really attracted to each other, you have high levels of dopamine.
Mhm.
You know that falling in love thing. And that's the time to take these chances. And it's risky. But if you want the prize, the long-term good relationship, that's the time to talk about these things. Now, okay, as a man, what do you tell her? Unfortunately, I'm going to tell you, the man has to be much more cautious about sharing his past or the details. Because women store up these little tidbits for years. And then she will remember one tidbit, twist it around, and use it against you in the future.
Oh, yes.
So I am saying men have to be very cautious about
what they are
details
sharing.
we share. But the man has to be very vigilant in making sure she mentally unpacks her baggage and metaphorically gets naked in front of you, mind-wise, psychologically naked.
Well, what happens a lot, I would say, in these marriages, the woman gets what she wants. She gets the commitment. She gets the ring. She gets the wedding ceremony party, and then she feels like, well, he took me the way I am, so I don't need to reveal all of my hidden secrets and baggage to him. And then time goes by. Then she doesn't, and it's obviously a delayed bomb machine, right? At some point, she's going to explode
Well,
if she doesn't do it.
the more time that goes by,
Mm-hmm.
the less she feels she can share it. Because if she told him after they've been married for 2 years, holy shit, woman, you should have told me this in the beginning.
Yeah.
It's like a bait and switch. Now I know. What the hell did you do? Who the hell did I marry? Oh, you can imagine the blow up. So it becomes just catastrophically risky for her to be honest later. You got to make her be honest, and she will not volunteer to be honest. You, as a man, have to lead her, actually, probably, well, absolutely be willing to walk away if she won't unpack her baggage for you.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's a time bomb, I'm telling you.
Yeah. If the relationship is not contingent on her honesty, it's not a relationship. It's a fling.
It's like one side game. A man, he reveals his resources, he's taking care of her, right? He's committing to her for a long-term relationship. He stays with her, and then the minimum requirement of her is that she is honest with him, and even then she can't do it. Yeah.